Welcome. I want to talk about wrist mobility today. So let's have a look at those hands. First of all, start by circling your wrists. So we're going to do these exercises. These are great if you've been sat on a computer or just on your phone. Just mobilising your wrists. Good for arthritis as well. And then round the other way. And even if you just sat, it's a good one to do. You can do this standing or sitting. So a good break from work. Circling your wrists. Okay, you could do it with hands together. So again, we can just circle those wrists round in a circle one way and then round the other way. And then we're going to make what I call a wiggly snake. So we're just going to go up and down like this. And if you're clever, you can do it the other way. Okay, hands in a fist and open. So again, really good for your fingers here. Bit of clenching and opening. If you've got a squidgy ball, you could also use that for a bit of strength work for your fingers. But it's also good just to open and stretch those fingers. Okay, making a stop sign with one hand. Use the other hand just to gently push back. So you're just getting a little bit of flexion on your wrist. A nice stretch. And then drop your fingers down the other way and you're just gently pushing on the back of the wrist. So stop sign, pull back, dropping the fingers down, push back. Now you can also massage and wriggle one thumb and one finger at a time. So here I'm just grabbing hold of my joint, making a couple of circles. So just increasing a little bit of mobility in those joints if they're feeling a little stiff. So you're just circling round. You can do this with it resting on your leg, which is probably nicer because it's more relaxed. So just circling your joints. And again, if you know someone with a stroke, you could do this with them. Okay, so other exercises we can do with those hands to increase mobility and flexibility. Hands on your knee, or you can rest them, like here I've got a little stool, and you're just letting your wrist drop and then curling up. So again, you've got a bit of flexion and extension in your wrist. And you can work on some strength here. So I've got a little 1 kilogram weight and I'm just curling it down and up. Now, as well as doing it with your hand up, you can do it with your hand down. So you're going to be working all the muscles here in your arm, all down your wrist. But again, if you find the weight's too much, you can do it without the weight. So you're just bending and flexing your wrist, getting a bit of mobility and strength in there. Again, you can use the surface here to stretch your wrists. So you're just going to rock your weight forward and back. You might prefer to do this one on your hands and knees on the floor, but if you don't want to get onto your knees, just place them on a surface. So you could do it from a standing position. And vary the amount of weight that you put through the joint. So just a little rock forward and back here, fingers pointing forwards. And again, you're getting a bit of stretch and a bit of strength in your wrists. And then we can turn them sideways and do a little rock from side to side. And then try and turn your fingers all the way around so they're pointing towards your knees. So don't have them too far away from you, have them quite close to your knees. Now you'll find not everyone will be able to do that, but it's a really lovely stretch. You could also do it on the back of your hands this way, but again, don't put too much pressure, too much weight through the joints there. Okay, now let's use this little thing here. So again, you could rest your hand on a table, on your lap, and just see if you can lift your thumb, first finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. So you're just lifting one at a time. Good challenge for your brain coordination. So if you're feeling really clever, do both hands at the same time. You can go one way and then come back the other way. Another one you can do here is just trying to lift your wrist. Now, I'm not very flexible, mine don't bend much at this joint here. So you're just trying to lift your wrist, lift your palm and keep the fingers on the floor. So you're trying to keep fingers on the floor there as you lift. So you're bending here at the knuckle joint, lifting your wrist off the floor. So mine don't go very high. Some people will be able to get it right up to 90 degrees. And then a nice way to finish off is just to give your hand a little massage. So just stroking your thumb in between the bones, like so. You can also do that on the inside. But a particularly nice area is this thumb area here, just to give that a little bit of a massage. And there we have it. Couple of seconds, doesn't take long, bit of wrist mobility. Hope that helps. Leave me a comment, let me know.